because we may not need intros, but we're not going to be late like Mark. So I am here. Hello, everybody. I'm here
Hello.
with Mr. Handsome Digger Jim. I don't know what he's done lately, but all his Instagram posts are just like, wow, like, Jim's a handsome guy. And it holds up on the stream. So there you go.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess this. I think I showed everything that I picked up at C2E2, but there's been some mail build up here and a whole bunch of stuff I picked up while I was in New York. So I figured I'd get to show that now. We'll start with this. We'll first say hello to Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
What's up, Mr. Fat Stacks? I was just watching some of the video stuff that I had from C2E2 is Paul at John Jang's booth, which I don't think Rob was that happy because he like charged him an extra $15 for his signature, I think. So Rob wasn't too happy.
You must have made him mad, Rob.
Hello from New Mexico. Stephen C., another guy who I saw at C2E2. Yeah, I mean, it was just a great experience. I'm hoping maybe to get on the East Coast next year so we can include some people who were not there this year.
Yeah.
Like yourself, Jim.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can make it. I was hoping that this would make it in time for C2E2, but it did not. This is
yes, Justin.
Justin over at No Good Comics. And look, Rob's going to come on mad. Look.
Why are you hating?
Marty, back from somewhat of a hiatus. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. Yes, I was kind of hoping to rock this at C2E2, but it didn't come in time. And yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you guys doing? You all prepared for Christmas and whatnot?
I ain't got money for whatnot, and got I spent it all at C2E2 and Christmas. No, I'm doing an exercise in every year. I tell my wife says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this stuff," and every year I go, "Okay, fine," and I start seeing as the Christmas approaches, nothing's there.
Right.
So I bail her out and I buy a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it.
So everybody else.
I got a 20-year-old whose Christmas list consists of money, and an 18-year-old whose Christmas list might as well just say money because anything that you get them doesn't like, and it's not what they is because
right.
So it's like, or it's over in China or something. It's going to take 27 weeks to deliver.
Right.
So it's like, you know what?
My kid wanted this book from Japan or something. My wife ordered it like 4 months in advance because she knew it wouldn't be there in time and stuff. And I was just like, hey, you'll be lucky if you get it in time at all. But yeah, I'm with you, Rob. Mine's 18, and he's like, can I get some gaming stuff? Yeah, sure.
Well, my youngest wants to. They're going to get to do winter ball finally.
Yeah. I heard you say that. That's good. That's nice.
So he's gender fluid, and he's decided he's going to go. Wants a suit.
Okay.
So it's all right, cool. I thought at first, oh great, I'll take you to my tailor. No, Dad. I don't want like your suit. I want like gothic vampire suit or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
All right, fine, find it. And it's like trying to find these, pants, and he's biologically female, but trying to wear men's pants and stuff. The fits aren't right, and
right.
He's got hips and all these other things, and it's a interesting conundrum trying to order stuff from everything seems to be overseas, and you're trying to rush it to get here, even though you got 4 weeks. That still means you got to expedite everything, which means the $25 pants now cost $75, right?
Right. Mine went to hit. Actually, the school system last year didn't even. They just weren't going to do it. So the parents kind of revolted, and this one parent really pushed it and got a bunch of other parents together, and they rented out this space at the fairgrounds, and had, I mean, it wasn't sanctioned by the school board because it was not, you know, they couldn't call it the Thomas Johnson School Dance. So they just called it something else, and all the kids came.
What was it?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have Christmas gifts outside my door now, waiting to be picked up because I got to come home, and my wife just does. My wife likes to do gift cards.
So,
Yeah.
So
What's up? So, I'm the gift giver, I guess. Like, I really like to look into what people like. So,
Right.
my son right now is in the middle. Like, we're cut off the elf on the shelf last year. And
That's so hard. It's like it was easy when they were young, and you just knew, and now it's like.
So now I think what he wants from us for Christmas is to admit that Santa Claus is not real. So we might do that. And he asked, weirdly enough, for a ukulele. I know he's playing in his school. He does play the piano, but I had to run out to Guitar Center yesterday and buy a ukulele.
There you go.
Because of course you would go to quality one and not just a toy one.
Yeah, and that's what my wife wants. She's like, "Can we get one for like $30?" I was like, "Yeah, we can."
But it's a piece of garbage.
Do you want to listen to a $30 ukulele? I don't know.
He wants to be the next Don Ho, you know, singing the Tiny Bubbles.
Little, what was it, Tiny Tim playing Tiny Bubbles? Or
Yeah.
No, what's the other one? I don't know.
just have Joe make him one that does like an electric symphony or something.
Yeah.
As long as
Plug it into an
as long
amp.
as he's not playing the accordion, right?
Yeah, and I figured if he's not playing the drums
Or the bagpipes.
or the bassoon.
Oof.
But,
Yeah.
hey,
No.
Louis, we have room for you, brother. The stream key is there if anybody else wants to join. Like I said, I'm going to show off some of the stuff I picked up in New York. Since I picked up everything in Chicago, I think I showed everything off. No, I didn't. I didn't.
You trimmed down your beard while you're in New York, huh?
No, I did that yesterday. I couldn't take it anymore.
I think it looks better that way.
I'm
to be honest.
disappointed. I'm really
Yeah.
No,
disappointed.
I'm not. I think it looks better.
No,
I was a little disappointed.
you're wrong.
Too.
You're wrong, Jim. But that's okay.
Like, I'm not used to it, and this I wound up with. But honestly, I don't like hair, and every time I scratched or itched it, there was always one or two that was come off.
Well, you got to use
You're
beard
supposed to
oil.
keep food up in there.
I did. Hey, Austin. I know he was just over at Andy's, and Andy's is always a good time. But I wanted to unbox some stuff, so I had a lot of mail. But I'll show off some stuff I picked up in New York. There were two LCSs I went to. One of them being our very own DJ Lynx's LCS, Royal Collectibles, I believe the name is, where I picked this one up.
Ooh.
This is the Alex Malave Devil's Reign #1, which I have yet to read.
Yeah,
but,
I haven't read on.
I figured I'd pick that one up.
That looks like a movie poster.
Yeah,
It does.
one of the 70s movies posters. So,
Nice.
what else did I pick up there? I
See,
picked,
Marty misses the beard too. He knows.
maybe we'll grow it back. That was the longest it's ever been. So,
Well, you were right about the point where there's the cutoff. Like I said, there's a magical point
Mhm.
on a man's beard where you get to equal compliments from men and women.
Mhm.
And then once you go beyond that point, it becomes exclusively men that compliment you. It's finding that spot where you can get it, and it seems to be roughly about hanging down about 1.5 to 2 inches max, as long as you can keep it well groomed. And you did, and you keep it soft, then your significant other will allow it to be next to her as opposed to being prickly. So,
yeah, my wife hated it from the get-go.
I was getting ready to ask,
Oh,
but
really?
she didn't like it, did she?
But that's also some of the impetus for growing it too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Mine was the opposite. Mine was like, oh, loved it and was kind of upset when I got rid of it, but at least I kept the mustache.
See, and we're not like the young guys where it's all black. It's it's silver now. And
Yeah.
No, I don't even fake
Got a
that.
little black patch
All,
right there.
all the black I have is exposed right now. All
I
the
feel
rest
left
of it.
out right now, man. I
When you go
shouldn't
back
be
and
on
look
this
at those,
panel.
when you go back and look at those pictures, man, it was all white. It was like,
Energy, just be happy you got it. That's all.
Yeah.
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
So I also picked this up over
Oh,
there at
man.
Royal Collectibles. This was Jenny Frizen, Department of Truth 14, which I thought I was done with because it's not really a series for me, but that cover was really nice. So
Yeah, it is.
I think that one's going to be off to CGC also. I think that was it for. No, I picked up these at Royal Collectibles. Whole bunch of
Oh yeah.
facsimiles. Does Rob call them facsimiles?
no, I call them facsimiles like they're meant to be called. I'm not an idiot.
So
That was coming.
these were all cover price, which
Yeah, got
we
that
all
one.
know that these things
Got those last
sometimes,
two.
like my LCS wanted
Got that one. Yeah.
$15 for that one, and these
Yeah,
were all
that's
cover price.
crazy.
They
Oh
can be
no,
pricey now, yeah.
That the Hulk 181 facsimile, if it's the first print, because there's multiple printings,
Mhm.
they go for over $120 as 9/8. The Fantastic Four facsimiles right now, they're going for like 140, 150 as 9/8. Those ones are they're worth money. I mean, not
Yeah.
huge money, but I mean compared to their price, they're definitely.
So at this
Here you
shop,
go. Here
they
you
had
go,
a whole
Nick.
box, they had a whole box full.
This is go ahead, share that. That's what the beard looked like, brother. Come on.
Yeah.
Share the screen. Share the screen. Come on.
Oh, sorry about that.
There you go. See, it is all white, brother.
He's got the little twirl up there.
That is pretty glorious,
That's right.
Rob.
That is straight up full on Christmas, man. My LCS had me. I walked into my LCS like that. They had me record their Christmas video for the.
That is pretty.
Yeah.
cool.
Free comics that day.
It was,
Yeah.
like,
Man, when are we gonna get that Rob back?
was that a year ago? About a year ago?
No, actually, this would have to be 2 now because that was Christmas time, and
Hmm.
last Christmas we weren't in the office.
Because I remember some of your earlier videos were like
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
I kept it for until probably middle of last year, I think. And then I finally had to. It was getting to the point. The problem was to keep it neat and clean, like proper length, and everything. I really couldn't do it myself very well, and so I was going to the barber. And when you couldn't go to the barber anymore, it just got to the point where I'm trying to I'm going, oh, I think this side's off a little, and next thing you know, you're butchering the crap out of it,
Mhm.
and so you just go, forget it, get rid of it, and when I can worry about it again, I don't know, maybe someday I'll return to it because I did love it, but
Yeah, I kind of messed mine up on the way out, but I'm gonna grow it all in and then trim it around again. But we'll get to these too. I thought Skeff picked up another Spider-Gwen like this, and I tried to find the exact.
there's a
one.
blue cover one.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah, so it's volume 1 and volume 2. Scotty Young did a cover for each of those. Each the first volume and the second volume of Spider-Gwen. One of them's the blue, like turquoise blue.
Yep, that
Yeah.
was the one. And
Yeah.
he picked it up for his steal, and I couldn't find that, so I picked that one up. Another cover by
Snake Eyes. Yeah.
G.I. Joe Dead Game #3, I think, but I don't know. I'm partial to Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, so I picked that one up also. Also, the other LCS I went to while I was in Brooklyn is a place called Bulletproof Comics.
Joe.
They've been in business for 35 years. And when I went there, the guy was just unboxing some original art, like a real cover from the duo of Simone Bianchi and Gabrielle Delato.
Whew.
Never heard of that dude.
I'm putting that video together, but Bianchi drew Spidey and Delato drew Miles together. I think it's going to be a what if cover. I think he said it was going to be.
Wow.
He paid, I think it was $20,000 for it.
Oh, my
20
God.
grand for it. And they gave him another Giclée, I think they call it. Remarked. One Spidey head here, one Spidey head here, and it just blew my mind. Incredible stuff. And I was lucky enough to get in there and get video of it. And he let me share it. I'm gonna have that up, I think, tomorrow. So shout out to Hank over there at Bulletproof Comics. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But he has this exclusive too. White. I know my man Free Energy down there is a fan of when there's the Kanye West on the cover, but this one doesn't have it. But I picked this one up.
Nice. Yeah, Zeus still has that first print for 40. I think the next time I go, I'll probably just gonna tell him to do it for 20 because like usually when they're sitting there for months, I can like talk them down. But I have the second print with the Kanye West. But that first print, you know, he has the red MAGA cap, so it's like you kind of have to get that first print.
Yeah. But pricey book, limited to 2,500. I also picked up some more of this little spec here. Nova 1, Nova 28, which is the first time he joins the Guardians of the Galaxy, which may play in the future, and the second part of that as well. If that's going to be Sam Alexander, we don't know if it's going to be Sam Alexander as yet.
I wouldn't be surprised
I wouldn't either.
just because of the youth movement that we've got with a lot of the other characters. That bringing in the Sam Alexander makes sense. From that aspect, or do even potentially bringing in both, bringing in an older one that then transitions into the younger one within a very short period of time type of thing.
Right. Richard Rider.
Almost like a little Green Lantern kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, which is kind of funny because if you don't call him Richard, you call him Dick, and he's Dick Rider, and that...
Yeah, that doesn't go well.
It doesn't go well at all. So have we all seen that cinematic masterpiece? Well, I think it's a cinematic masterpiece. Spider-Man, we've seen that.
Let's not go so far as to call it a masterpiece, but it was a very entertaining movie.
Haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
Yeah.
I saw it.
I'm actually was very happy to see it, and I'm stumbling as I continue to contemplate because Slot cornered us by put on the art that tomorrow on Sidekicks we're going to do a non-spoiler show, and I'm not quite sure how to fill half an hour without spoiling the
when you said that the other day, I was like, what is he thinking?
Something at least, right?
He must be be talking about
I think you're going to have to spoil at least things that were revealed in the trailers, at least, right? You figure that is that really a spoiler at that point if it was released in a trailer?
Okay,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the things that happens in the movie was like the worst kept secret in all of movies. So
I would say that 90% of the movie was probably the worst kept secret. I mean, if you read any of the speculation leading up to the movie, then there's nothing to spoil in reality because almost every single and maybe that's the big spoiler right now. Sorry. Is that most of it seems to come true. It was a very well placed sources.
I probably am going to break my rule. I usually have. I watch it once in the theater rule, and then I, watch it again on DVD or whatever. But I've only done that one other time, and that was Endgame. And Endgame is because the first time I watched it, it came out right when we were at the end of our line at Toys R Us. We all went out drinking, and I realized I could not get behind the wheel. And I needed to kill some time. And I was like, holy crap, they're about to release Endgame. It's Thursday night. Went over there. The lady said, sure, go, go watch the movie. And
just
I
don't pass out or puke.
Passed out a little bit in the middle of it. So I didn't remember some of it.
Right. So you had to go back to see it.
I had to go see it again.
I had that problem with, I think it was Endgame. Yeah, I think it was Endgame. Where it was different. For different reasons. I had actually taken my blood pressure medication that day, and so I couldn't go 4 hours, whatever long that movie was, without having to get up and go to the bathroom. So,
well, I saw it for the second time today. I took my little guy. I actually appreciate it more the second time.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to see it again. I think I'll see stuff that I missed. There's a lot going on in that movie.
But 100%, the enjoyment of it is amplified if you see it with a good crowd. And today I did not see it with a good crowd.
I don't need a crowd. I don't let them all shut up.
No, well, in the first time I saw it in New York, and it was just like a few people, cheered at the right times when certain things happen, and it just added to that. You kind of participate a little bit too, but yeah, it was a good one. I don't know if I have to see it again for probably a couple of months, but it was a good one.
Yeah, I watched that whole entire at week's end y'all had. And I just watched that whole spoiler thing. I'm like the only person that doesn't care about spoilers apparently.
No, I generally don't care myself because it's not going to change necessarily what I'm expecting.
Yeah, their episode made me want to see it. I obviously already wanted to see it, but everything they said actually made me definitely really want to go see it now.
Yeah, so. I don't know. Maybe what we'll end up having to do is do half the show, no spoilers, and then okay, now, if you don't want to hear the rest, go away.
Go away.
Kid rocks, Kid rocks.
It's the LOCO.
Oh, I like what you did there.
Hi, Mark.
And
that put on a T-shirt.
We'll get to Mark in a second. I want to talk to Mark about this.
What I missed?
All I know about Mark, man, is that man was making rugs today.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it was a hellacious day. Worth it though, worth it.
That was like a grizzly bear when it came in and left a freaking terrier.
It left a poodle.
Yeah.
It came in it looked like one of those water dogs that have the dreadlocks,
Yeah, the Portuguese ones. Yeah.
It came in looking like that and left looking like a clip standard.
So if you guys in the chat who are not privy to what we're talking to, you guys join the Legion of Comics.
Follow him on Instagram.
I don't share it on Instagram.
Oh, that's true. You don't.
It's for the friends, the people that I know.
Be added into the chat, and you'll be privy to some behind the scenes stuff from Mark's daily life.
And also, if you just watch Whack Comics, I'm known to hop on live with them while I'm at work because they're on that Australian time. And I'll be sitting there grooming a dog live with
doing
them.
Taxidermy. That's what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
So in continuing with my Bulletproof Comics haul, this one may not be a key for everybody.
No.
You make yourself big so people can see.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Dude, I love me some Aaron Stack.
But for me, I had this comic as a kid, and I came across it. I was digging through the stacks, and I was just like, all right, cool.
I get it, digging through the stacks.
Digging through the Aaron stacks. See,
digging through the stacks. I like it.
And up on the wall. All right, this one maybe I'll make myself big for.
Yeah, because I can't see that.
All right, so John Wick, not the first print, but the second print. Cover price. They didn't have number 2, but they had a whole bunch of number 3s. And the reason why I picked these up, at a 9.8, these are $100 above.
Ooh, I like that one.
John Wick number 4.
Number 4.
Do you know if it's an extension of the movie or just a?
It may be an adaptation, but I am not sure.
Save that one for a signature series.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd pay $200 to get signed by him though.
If you get
it could be worth the flip.
Another one there, and probably the only one I'm keeping out of the lot is look at that cover there.
Oh wow, yeah,
that's clean.
Number 5. All cover price, all at once. I was like, all right, let me have them all, Mr. Hank. So since Mark joined, you guys have not watched the video this morning.
My new prized possession.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
Took it down.
I don't see it. Where'd it go?
Well, I filmed that days ago. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take it back down and put this back up, but it's right here.
I thought it was going to be a permanent fixture.
Well, I had to take it down because I shot that days and days ago, and I barely got it uploaded last night. It was late as hell, but dude, that made my day because it came in the mail and me and my wife were running errands, and I called it. I knew exactly what it was going to be because I've been thinking about it. What could he possibly do? And it was like a light bulb went off. I'm like, holy crap! He just improved my gift to him and sent it right back to me where I'm forced to keep it and love it on top of that. Like, I heart Dick. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Honestly, I was very pleased with myself walking around with a smile anytime I thought about it. And I could not wait for him to open it. So I told him I was shipping his stuff. I had some other stuff for him. I was kind of delaying it, waiting for this to come. So I was like, man, I hope he doesn't get mad at me. I mean, I have to tell him.
That
But
made
then-
me laugh so
I
hard.
didn't even get mad. That was awesome.
I haven't watched the video yet, but I know you traced a lot of hands for other people. I hope you didn't trace your balls.
There was definitely both of those things. You're completely correct. That's all I'm going to say. You're 100% correct in your statement. It can
So-
be used different ways, but that is a 100% accurate statement.
I told him I was sending him the box, and he called it before I sent it. I said, I think there's going to be some kind of revenge in that box.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, that was on it, and
Y'all gonna make
he
me
opened
choke.
it. Yeah, for me, that was one of my favorite videos to wait for. So I had gotten up early this morning. I don't know if it was in anticipation of that dropping, but it was like 6 o'clock in the morning here in Texas, and that was the first thing I fired up on the TV, and it did not disappoint. So we'll get to some other stuff.
Super.
Also picked this up at Bulletproof Comics.
That Delato.
You really should make yourself big so people can see. I mean,
Give me a second.
there you go.
Man,
So what this comes with, I saw one of these pictures there. I'm going to show you in a second. Limited to 500. And I'm going to get a piece of cloth so as not to ruin it.
Is this a new release of his?
No,
this
I
year?
think this
Or
has
is
been
it-
out since 2019.
Okay.
But I saw this picture
Mm-hmm.
in he was selling them separately. So anything with Dr. Doom, I think of this guy down there, and I kind of texted him. I let him know, if he was interested or not. And I kind of said, I hope you're not, because I kind of want it for my collection. But these are all hand signed by Gabrielle Delato. And in this whole case, there were 15,
Holy crap.
and we'll go through now. Daredevil.
Nice.
Some of them you might have seen before as covers,
Oh, that's badass.
but a good deal of them were just, I had not seen them before.
Oh, look
oh,
at
that's the one.
And again, all hand signed. I had sold 4 of them, 2 to Ruby G. Ruby G asked for the Rhino and the Hulk, which were pretty awesome. And Mr. John from Coco Loves Chevy, he asked for the Venom and I forget which one, but I sent those out today.
How big are they? They 11 by 17? Something like that.
Yeah, just about, or 12 by 18.
Yeah.
So you broke up the set.
I did. Because they didn't
the
really.
full intention of selling the rest, I'm sure.
Yeah, so if you see anything that cut your
Holy shnikes.
let me
Damn.
know. I can cut you a deal. All hand signed. The only one I really wanted was the Doom one. The Venom one was really, really nice.
You hear that free energy? He only wanted the one you wanted.
Yeah, it's like now I kind of, and I'm like,
Hey,
man.
in all fairness, I offered it to him first.
Yeah.
He didn't want it.
Just kidding. Man.
He's like, just checking if you want it because I really want it.
Did you offer it to him like I offered you my Scotty Young Strange Academy?
No,
No, he did offer me. I told him I was like, I'm more of like a book purist for some reason. I just
Right.
like I'm just.
No, I
focused
get it.
on
I'm not a
books
big fan
right
of
now.
I love to look at art prints, but I'm not a big fan of owning them myself either because they don't
Yeah, I was
fit my
like, hey,
motif.
you know who is a big art print collector?
Me.
A lot of other people.
This guy.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's why I was asking which size it was.
yeah, I think it's 12 by 18 or 11 by 17.
You can trim them. Don't worry about it, Jim.
That is
Yeah.
true. There's a lot of wasted space on
I
those.
got a paper.
Yeah.
I got a pair of scissors. I can cut mostly straight.
We can
Yeah.
even cut them out in the shape of the character if you want.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Put them on a
so
stick,
look,
and you can carry them around.
If you guys don't believe me,
An even smaller screen instead of a small screen.
yeah. So I asked him if he
Hold
had
on, let me get my magnifying glass.
Way
on
to hide the evidence there, Nick.
I asked him if he was interested. He asked me how much. He said it's not a book. I said it's a print. I think it was $35, but honestly, I don't want you to buy it because I want. There you go. So he told me he was a book purist. So there you go.
Yeah, if it was a book, I would have been all over it. That's a beautiful piece, though. Delato, I just say some people are just better. He's just better than a lot of people out there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
me, he's much better than me.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of my covers? No, you haven't, because I suck that bad.
Vince, thank you for coming over from.
Oh, nice call, Marty. Yeah, how much for one of those? Because I want to cut the eyes holes out and wear it as a mask for Halloween.
Yeah, it depends on what you want.
Maybe that Ghost Rider one because Mark liked it.
Yeah.
I'll just cut the eyes out and wear it. That would be Ghost Rider. Ooh.
So actually, Mark had seen the video. I had made it private while I was asking for permission, but I had sent Mark the video just to see that Delato Bianchi cover, which was to me amazing at the time. He had a lot of Delato stuff. He had a pretty good relationship with Gabrielle, and
That's where I ordered my Action Comics from. Like a bunch of, that one with like Chris Reeve sitting on the Fortress of Solitude. I ordered a bunch of Delato stuff from.
Was he sitting there shirtless on top of the Fortress of Solitude, just kind of hanging out?
Yeah.
I don't think he was shirtless though.
He was pantsless, straight on crystals too.
So it was kind of like that meme
Nice.
for that guy.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. All right. So I'll ask now. Does anybody have anything they want to show off before I get to the next stuff?
Unfortunately, I don't have anything at hand. Although I
This
will
one.
say, I did. Oh, nice Optimus Prime,
Oh,
Just that
Jang
one.
Jang.
John Jang.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I won from C-List,
Yeah.
Nice.
which I didn't even know what it was. I kept
Jeez.
looking at it going,
That's insane.
Go Power Rangers.
I wasn't sure if it was a Megazord. I had to open it up.
All right. So
Those are those were the Insecticons.
Yeah, that's Transformers.
Oh, yeah,
But this
Shrapnel
one was the one that I
Bombshell.
bought, and I could not. When I made the video, I was like, I could not think of Megatron's name. I was
That's Optimus
going,
Prime though.
yeah, I know, but they had that and Megatron, and I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really
it's
want
a
Megatron.
set,
I want
yeah.
Optimus Prime.
I remember. Yeah, I remember getting them from KRS Comics way back when.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, that was cool because they did 2 issues, and like you could get the Optimus, which was like a 1,000 or 3,000 or whatever. And instead of a trade Virgin, he just did a completely different cover for the set. So you got
Right.
Optimus and Megatron as a set, and
Yeah.
Grimlock and Soundwave as
That's
the
total.
next issue.
I did get a box though, and I'll just tease it because the video will air later. I received an AOK from one Mister
Oh, nice! You got a new knife today.
So no, I did not get a knife.
What?
But he sent me comics. If you can
Send
believe
it
that.
back. Send it back. Tell him he forgot the knife, and then send
the
it back to you with the knife.
I have knives. It's okay. I don't have a cool knife. I understand, but I have comics. So that video dropped this week. Thank you, Scott. I very much appreciated it.
Did y'all see this one on my Instagram? The Bianchi Fantastic Four life story.
Oh.
So this is a B cover that basically, if your shops didn't even order it, then it's I don't know. It sold out in all my shops. There was none to be found, but luckily I grabbed one.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that guy's just different. He draws some of that stuff like the old Wolverine stuff. It was fantastic. And Jim brought up C-List E-Man, and I do happen to have some good stuff from the C-List villain.
From the city of Oakland.
Yep. This was a trade. He had wanted that Batman 423 homage from Miko. I
Nice.
said, All right, dude. Yeah, that's cool. Send me everything that you got, and he did. He said to Nick, my dude, I hope you enjoyed the Sealess Villain's very first exclusive. Thanks, my dude, for being
Nice. The Rudy Owl variant.
Nick. All right, so awesome stickers, awesome note. I was waiting for a while for some stickers from E-Man. And let's get to what he's got here. This is that Beyond the Breach, and just so Rob doesn't yell at me, I will do this.
He's very demanding.
Beyond the Breach. And I mean, he's a teddy bear in person. The
Nice.
virgin cover, sweet.
Those are pretty wicked. I got a set from them when they dropped those.
And T-List is an Aftershock ambassador, so this is the Search for Hugh, the ambassador cover. Also, God of Tremors. And I think it's time, since the prestige format seems to be the big thing nowadays, I'm going to have to buy a box to keep these all in.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes it's just the way to go with some of the artists. Sometimes it's not necessary, but sometimes it really benefits.
Yeah.
Been a pain in the neck so far.
I don't have like magazine boxes for like older stuff. Like
Don't they have like treasury? Would it fit like a treasury box?
treasuries
or something
are too tall, but like
Too
I've
tall.
got like old Richard Corbin books and old Conan books and old Wolverine books and stuff that like Savage Hulk books. You know, there's all kinds of comics that magazine size stuff.
Yeah, those old Savage sort of Conan stuff. All right, so this next one, if you guys know one collection down, Mr. Fable, he is the cause of a lot of stuff. So there's a hashtag out there, blame Fable. And 100% this one is his fault. But I don't know what it is. Lately, I have something for Scotty Young.
Sweet.
And I bought 3Ds, I think. So that was pretty awesome, but it's completely all Fable's fault.
But that's gonna look beautiful when you get a little remark and a signature on that one. Have them just do a little remark of Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Double
Yeah.
cover, yeah.
Make him do it in yellow so that it matches the slab.
That's a great idea. A great idea. So we'll get to some more stuff. And Jim and I were talking backstage before we came on. We said, like, this year has felt the least like Christmas it ever has for me. I don't know if you guys are the same way.
Mark's got little ones. No.
Yeah. It's different when you have little ones.
Yeah, I got all three of my kids here right now. The two little ones are cuddled up with their big sister on the couch watching anime. This is like a perfect little Monday evening here.
Oh, finally I got these. So this was Mr. JQ put me onto this. I think it was the comic dealer over in Europe, London. And these are Department of Truth. I want to say 13. Something is Killing Your Children has one of these also. If you'll see Erica on the cover, or just see, Michael Jackson, Elvis, JFK.
Tyler, you just missed it. Nick, about 5 minutes ago, gave away an ASM2 that he had. It was a 3.5, but it was very nice looking. Sorry that you missed it, buddy.
Sorry, Tyler.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So with those, I actually sold all of those, and I have to mail them out too. So long time coming for that.
Where did you sell them on? What platform?
I sold them on eBay. I think the day they released,
Oh,
and
nice.
I picked them up for $25 a piece, and I think they sold for upwards of $75 a piece.
Jeez.
But everybody's been waiting probably 3 months for them. So negative feedback, here we come. All right. Another great guy we met at C2E2, JPG from that Spider-Man booth. These were a couple of the mystery boxes I bought. We'll see what this is. Extreme Carnage, Kirkland Venom 26, Thor.
Remember when you used to get excited about those grayscale Venoms?
Yeah, I mean, you got to expect them when you get them.
Another Kirkham Venom. Nice.
Web
In
of
the
Rage,
same box.
same Hellions. But this weekend, I was lucky enough to win one of the Invincible foils, Invincible #1 foils,
Jesus.
which is probably one of the hottest books on the planet right now. I say I won it, but I really just bought it for a lot cheaper than I normally would have. I think they're going for 1,000 plus on eBay right now, and I picked it up for 200.
No way.
So I got lucky. I don't know what this is.
Oh, that Miko.
Miko Wolverine.
Now, was that have Maverick in the reflection of his visor? I think I remember seeing something. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is Maverick. And one of the sketches that wasn't in my book from Delato. So
Those were your throw-ins.
those are my throw-ins.
Nice.
Not bad. I think with most of these, they'll probably wind up as a whatnot auction. I don't know if I'll start them at $1 or what, but probably. I'm creating quite the pile of. X-Men 19. Some more Delato goodness. Hellions 9. That looks like a Kale New. And Strange Academy #8.
Anacleto.
Anacleto. So that is it for the mail.
That was a lot of mail.
Yeah, I had it built up coming over C2E2 in New York. So it's been sitting here, and I couldn't wait to open it anymore. Normally, I don't wait, but
Right.
too much travel.
It's hard when you get a bunch of boxes stacked up there. And you know there's something good in there.
Right.
I'm cleaning out my office, and I'm realizing now that I need more space for slabs, so I have to reconfigure all this stuff in my wall.
It is a problem.
Speaking of problems,
Yeah, that's a problem.
I picked this up in C2E2. This was a
Torpedo.
$80 torpedo mystery box where you get one slab, one Essentia #6 foil, and a shot at to win, like I think it was ASM 129. But this is what I got.
Yeah, very close, Neil. I mean,
I'm sorry.
the box that was in was probably worth just about as much.
Signed by Nick Spencer.
Are you
Well, the
gonna
box
send
is probably worth more than.
Yeah, not even a 9.8, a 9.6.
Well, you got to give away a book. You got a book to give away at some point.
But I really can't complain after winning the Invincible this week. So maybe it was saved up bad luck for that. So.
There you go.
Karma, the tides of karma.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was really happy. It was weird. It's like I got new emails from CBCS this week that I hadn't seen previously. I've talked about it the other day. I got an email like yesterday saying, "Hey, we received your shipment, and we put your shipment or your shipments in the standby queue, and will be received by receiving sometime in the next 8 to 10 weeks." Right. And I was like, oh, okay. So you're basically just telling me that it arrived at your building, but you're not receiving it into the system. It could take 8 to 10 weeks to get it in. Which is about par for the course for some of the receiving if you're shipping it in, you're not expedited. And then today, the next day, I received an email saying, "All right, it's been received, and it's going off to grading." And I'm like, that was the shortest 8 to 10 weeks I've ever seen in my life. I'm not complaining. I'm happy that it took this so short, but it was just weird getting this new email from them I hadn't seen saying it's in staging. So they've added a new tier of you get staging and then received and then the other stuff.
But I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, at least you get the email telling you what's what.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just unfortunate that they're so far behind right now on receiving right now. They're having to play catch up because they got slammed. I mean, and you can see that was why CGC is making a big deal about the fact that they're more or less caught up. They're only about a week behind on receiving books right now. And they made a big stink about providing free grader notes to their members.
When graders notes are even made.
Yeah, if there are graders notes, and if you are behind our paywall, then you can have those graders notes.
Like I think it's awesome they're doing it, but it's still like just a step in the right direction. You know, we ain't there yet.
There's no reason to have it behind a paywall at all. Period. And also, there's no reason why, if you're going to be the quote unquote preeminent grader, which
is that your quote?
That's their quote, right? That there's not graders notes for everything to explain why it's got the grade it has. I mean, to sit there. I didn't know
that was a possibility. I saw an Instagram post and it said you have no graders notes, and I was
it's optional. It's optional. Graders notes are optional to CGC. Matter of fact, the very first book, once they announced that the CGC announced that you could get graders notes for books if available that you didn't submit, the very first book I went to was this Batman 189. It's only a 7.0. It should have graders notes. Nope, no graders notes.
See, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Because if it's optional, what's stopping them from not grading not noting anything? They can just be lazy.
It's up to exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
how they're feeling that day.
Be a standard of their. I mean, their business is to grade. So
that's what I said.
Job.
If you're going to be the quote unquote preeminent, as they like to think themselves are, the standard against which all others should be compared, well, then you should be able to have that clarity of here's what I have, no matter what.
I just QR coded this 9.6 notes, few indents, back cover, which I seen. I chose not to get it pressed because it's just for my PC. But,
I mean, you won't get CBCS 9.8s. You won't get. The only company I've seen that's given notes on 9.8s is EGS. I will give them credit for that. They put graders notes for everything.
Yeah, I want to say that I've seen one of my submissions, and I don't know if I don't want to dig through now, but for CGC, I had a 9.8, and they gave me graders notes for one.
Wow, that's very rare.
CBCS offers it for free,
sounds like an error.
Yeah. CBCS, all you have to do is scan the QR code on the back of the slab, so anybody can access. Whereas CGC, only members now can access.
Got it.
It used to be that you had to have been the one who submitted the book. So if you're not a member, you have to pay for the graders notes.
Right.
So they're the only ones who do that.
And this is
PGX,
what I don't
you can submit or request, and they'll send it to you maybe sometime in the next 5 years, unless they're printed on the back of the book. Sometimes they're printed on the back of the book, and then EGS puts them on their COA.
What? Is that the one?
That's the
Embiggen.
Nothing but yellow labels around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all of these, this is the new prized possession. And Rob, there is the hand tracing.
Oh wow!
The Sweaty Richard variant, customized by none other than Nick's Kicks and Comics.
Oh my God!
Thinking of you.
So that's what you had to do in front of that poor lady at the CBCS.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said to him. I said, dude, what makes it so fun is knowing that he had to answer at least 13 questions that no one ever asked him. Like, before anyone asked him a single question, this man was providing answers.
No, and the thing is, I knew there would be questions, like even if they weren't said out loud, that she'd be thinking something. So I preempted everything with the story. I don't even remember what I told her. I was like, I never agreed with the glorification of or the sexualization of comics, and yada yada. And,
You took the high road.
yeah, I tried
And then you
to-
handed her 5 David Nakayama things to grade.
The gap variant.
But this guy's a dick.
Yo, Mark, I think that comic is going to be like the next Angry Girlfriend comic. But in like 50 years to 100 years, that's going to be like the new, but it's going to be like the loving friend variant.
Yeah.
It's going to be in like museums.
Little sweaty Richard bromance
Yeah,
variant.
a little hand job on the action. Yeah,
There's a lot of hands on this.
yeah,
Well, that's the only one that matters.
and I was telling them, I was like, I wasn't sure if I was excited about the video coming out this morning, but I was up. It's at 6:15, which is 7:15
One of one.
your time.
Number one of one. Nice.
But look at all those notes. If one of those characters pops, you put that on eBay, you get it.
I would never sell this.
No.
And just to show you, this is
Priceless.
the pure joy.
Dude, I was excited. I was legit happy when I seen it, dude. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
I
need to
almost
watch
spit
that
out my
video.
coffee this morning laughing. I was like, oh my God. That was so funny.
And then two, to punctuate, what did he send me earlier?
Are you trying to show your reaction?
No. What I sent you on Instagram. He said, I showed that picture to him, and I said, hey, "You're happy with your dick?" He says he told me that he loves the dick that I gave him.
Just spitting facts.
I don't know why you had to use that verb there, but okay.
First name basis.
Yeah, that was very pleasing to me. I was very happy to. Tyler's, if you guys haven't seen Tyler's, like I was looking for one for him. I was looking for an Ice Cream Man one. Just like I'm having problems now finding one for Panda. I can't find it.
What Transformers did he sell for $2,000?
He's just messing around.
He's messing with you.
Shattered glass.
His
One that Nick gave him.
Transformers Shattered Glass, and there was two Transformers. One
Oh.
was above the other. Holding
Yeah,
his
okay.
head down. Holding his head down in a pile of liquid. That was awesome.
Yeah. That's
Nick, you saw this in person. This thing looks amazing.
That one hit you right in the feels.
Yeah, like this is one of my favorite modern Superman covers right here. That Alan Quag goodness. It's just nice. For sending in 3 white covers, I think that was a decent submission, man.
Yeah. Let's see what Ralph's got here. Oh, Indian?
Just try to relax.
Oh man, that's not okay.
Just 3.
You got to kind of wonder what's going on right there.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Jimmy, I'm going to be your best friend.
Jimmy, you know what we said about bees on your homework, right? Bad boy.
You said you were into photography. How about candid photography? Wink.
So also from that CGC submission, I had sent this one, and I thought this was going to be a
That's right. You've
9/8.
been jimmied. Damn straight, Brian.
I thought that this was going to be, yeah, Brian with timely zing right there. So in that same submission, I had sent this in
Oh,
just because I thought it was a great cover.
yeah.
The
But I
Legion of Doom. Oh, wait.
That's what it looks like.
Coming out of the swamp too. Look at it.
Right, exactly. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
But I didn't check the back, and the back's clearly got some issues by the staple.
Oh, I
Fiddle
hate it
stick.
when I do that. When I just look at the front and I'm a lazy ass, it always comes back to bite me.
Yeah, but still dope cover.
Another giveaway book.
No, this one I might go on the wall. I don't know. And we'll talk about my pickup of the trip to New York. I saw this one at Lynx's LCS Royal Collectibles and Royal Comics and Collectibles.
Ooh.
Fire.
But let's see if I can get it to focus. I mean, look at the corners on that thing.
They look pretty sharp.
I mean, overall, a beautiful book. Signed by Stan Lee in a terrible place.
You
We only got an
wanted to
8.0,
sign it across Submariner's chest?
and it got series restored. Yeah. Maybe kind of give him the Knicks kicks and comics right here.
Do it.
Oh, bulge in the Submariners.
Yeah, Samariner's asking for one. Look at him. He's thirsty. He's real thirsty.
So what do you have to do to get that restored? What does that mean? I don't.
There's color touch on that.
Yeah,
one.
it's a small amount of color touch. On the
Oh,
cover.
okay.
And,
Like
and when they say color touch, do they mean like paint? Like someone tried to paint over
Paint,
it?
Paint,
markers,
marker.
whatever.
Marker.
Markers.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be right there, like Nemo's belt.
Okay.
Like it was originally, like I thought it was supposed to be yellow and he painted it green.
Okay.
But that's the way the cover is.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
usually,
black-
it's usually on an edge or a corner.
Yeah, that could be why your corners are so sharp.
Yeah, I figured because the corners were so sharp, I thought it might have been trimming.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at them.
Yeah.
There's no.
Have you checked to see if there's CGC
Yeah,
notes
it's-
for them? No, all joking aside, now that's a thing.
No,
Have you
that's a good
checked?
point. I hadn't checked.
Yeah. A lot of
What are
times,
the-
it's along the spine. People are coloring in spine ticks.
There shouldn't be a
Right.
restored comic in CGC existence that does not have notes. I mean, that would defeat the purpose of.
Yeah, I
the
agree.
notes.
Yeah, that would be terrible if they didn't. I didn't know what it takes to become, that purple label.
I've
Can't you
got
like, choose the
one.
staples out and get it too, Rob?
What's that?
Staple swaps, does that do it, or does that just tank your grade?
So swapping staples can, if they're not the correct era and stuff. If it's done and you can't, and it's not obviously been done in the correct era staples, then it could get through there without being noticed potentially. I got
does
one
that
that's
qualify
purple.
as restored, but swapping out staples?
Sure.
Or do they
Tomato,
just
it's,
tank your
it's
grade?
a level of argument.
Okay.
Well,
I meant
if there's
for CGC.
defects, yeah, I mean, it all depends. I mean, they've changed, how they do tape even. It used to be that tape was always bad, but now because even clear Scotch tape was a standard method of people preserving their comics and whatnot, they're, they don't, Scotch tape, if it's being used to hold the spine together or fill a hole from the inside cover or something, it won't count as a defect necessarily. But they'll count it other ways, so. But if it's just tape sitting on the cover, like the ASM book I picked up the other day, where there's a little bit of tape right on the cover, and it's not patching a hole or anything, it's a defect and dings the grade.
Yeah, and I think Jerry had mentioned there's also a market for buying the Golden Age, Silver Age staples.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there are, because there are people who are very good and can use them when they're doing restoration or doing stuff that will swap out, or if they get rusted staples, replace those rusted staples with, staples that aren't.
Yeah. And, Scott brings up a good point, because I was assured that because of a certain defect in one book, it would only get a 9.6, and I was lucky enough to get a 9.8. I don't want to name names.
Referring to my book?
All right. So since he's not keeping it a secret,
No, it's out of my household.
Okay. So there was a certain book that got that had its digital code cover removed.
Mm-hmm.
And just checking with CBCS, they said the highest grade it could get was a 9.
Is a 9.6. All right.
Right.
What?
Marky Poo got a 9.8 for that book.
They didn't catch it. Yeah.
And that book last sold when I checked, sold for 2,400 Canadian. I don't know what that is in schmeckles, but the last and that was a CBCS book that sold, and before that it sold for 1,200 CBCS 9.8. Like they're not like there's tons of sales of it. It's not a very easy to find book.
Okay, so that's $1,857.
I mean, let's be honest though. Swapping a staple out on a book is not necessary. It takes patience and some skill to do it, to make it so it's not detected.
Faux show.
More patience than I have, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't, and for me, like when I'm at the end of my patience, that's when the Hulk comes out,
Hole punch, just put some yarn through it.
tearing or not giving an F, and that's
It's always funny seeing these old books. There's been 3-hole punch where you can tell some kid like put it in his notebook or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kills you sometimes, don't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm just mad I didn't think of it when I was younger because my mom was a teacher. We had 3-hole punches.
Lord.
Yeah, I mean you can do it now to the 181. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's in plastic. I don't think it's too thick to get in there.
Hole punch the plastic. Come on, I got a drill press.
There we go.
Did y'all ever hear about those hole punched copies that they would give like the writers and the artists for like artist proofs, basically? Like the studios like Marvel or DC would actually give you hole punched copies, and then there's some floating around that are slabbed, I believe, on Instagram.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The book in question was supposed to have a print run of about 500.
You mean artist proofs like this one?
Oh, we're pulling artist proof? Let's do it, Nick.
Mine's got the remark. Mark's just got the mark.
The mark, but it comes with 2 signatures with his artist proofs thing there.
1 in 25.
1 of 25.
Well, yeah.
No, this is number 6 of 25.
Right, no, but it's 1 out of 25.
Yeah.
Which is different than a 1 in 25.
The one out of 25 that this is number 6 specifically, but yeah, it's 1 of 25.
So yeah, that one will be going on to CBCS some point this week, as will this one.
Yeah.
Which is the one Rob had signed, right?
Yeah, I had that one signed, and then I did not get the remark. I
Oh,
just
wait,
had it signed.
that is foil, right?
No,
What? You didn't
No.
get the foil version?
it wasn't
They didn't have the
available.
foil. They didn't have the foil.
Those are long gone. Yeah, it was just that. That was $60.
Did y'all? No, I'm
Plus
not.
another 15 for a signature.
This one, the Vader should have been harder to find than that because that one's a little bit newer. I remember getting the Darth Maul set off the original website a few weeks.
Those
Like, I was
malls
late
were
to it.
getting bought up like crazy because Ray Park was doing a bunch of signings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because Jang did tons of Snake Eye covers too, and he plays Snake Eyes as well. I remember seeing all kinds of double signed stuff. I think it was like Underground or something was doing like facilitating. Yeah.
They just did another Ray Park one. I sent off a different book, actually. The book I got out of Brian LCS's mystery box when I got that Phantom Menace set. That one Darth Maul book was worth a couple $100. Best $35 mystery box ever, Brian. That one's not, but I sent mine's already off because I had it witnessed by the CGC.
Oh yeah.
when I was
I thought that guy was just your friend.
Well, I actually am very friendly with that. That's my number one facilitator for CGC stuff. I deal with him quite a bit, and so I am very friendly with them.
Yeah, so those two, and then this one done up by Jay Lee. I'm going to be sending off to CVCS.
Some Jay Lee.
Yeah.
There's some Jay Lee right here.
He had a
Yep.
lot of free time on his hand at C2E2.
Yeah, it was weird.
Every time I walked by his booth, he was just there doodling by himself.
So this is gonna be
I hate
my.
hearing that
This is gonna
about
be
any
my.
creator there.
Yeah.
There were actually quite a few that creators that like were name creators that were there that didn't. Every time I'd walk by them, it's like, oh, there wasn't much going on.
I wonder if it's just timing because I know a lot of people that I heard talking about stuff. We're talking about how long the Liefeld line was, but when Chip was doing a lot of the live streaming stuff. Thank God, because that made me feel like I was actually participating. But when he walked by Liefeld's booth, it was wide open.
Yeah.
He just happened to walk by at the right time, and he walks right up across from the table from Liefeld, starts looking at his stuff, and I'm like, dude, this is freaking awesome.
I didn't even pay attention because I didn't care about seeing Liefeld, but
I love Liefeld, man.
the only line I really waited in that was more than one person deep was the Amanda Conner Jimmy Palmiotti. That was it.
Isn't that who you said you wanted to get a sketch from or something?
No, that was Mirka Andolfo. That was. I guess I waited in line for that one. I was like 3 or 4 deep, and it was sold out.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, one of the guys I met at the convention, Paul Dunn, got a full. I think it was
Yeah, he got in early.
Rogue sketch. And that thing was amazing. But yeah, I mean, there were a few, like even Jenny Frizen, there was a time where she had nobody online.
Yeah, I know that I was with Chris when we went. I think it was with Chris. I grabbed my facilitator, walked over there, and we walked right up, and she signed, had a conversation. No, it's no big deal.
Yeah, odd.
I think it partly had to do with the fact that, especially like I did most of my signings on Friday when I was walking around there. So Friday was still the slower day. It wasn't like it was Saturday, A, and B, the crowd being smaller in general than usual. So simply because of A, reduced sales, and B, people still not sure they want to go and expose themselves to all that.
Yeah, and I didn't even think like Saturday I thought would be the busy day. It was a little bit more crowded, but still nothing crazy in my standards.
Yeah, really not.
And yes, Vince, for the most part, yeah, I do my own pressing and cleaning, but if it's like a major high dollar book, I'll send it off. Either to, I'm thinking about using Justin, or I do have some credit still with the Rogue Trader, so I might send to him as well.
I got some books. I went to a convention, Nick, the Dallas Comic Show, and Ben Dunn was there. Do y'all know who Ben Dunn is? He worked on Ninja High School. He's actually the founder of Antarctic Press, some indie publisher. So I got his first Ninja High School, and look who it is in the center there. Who does that look like to y'all?
Chung Lee mixed with Melina with a splash of Psylocke.
So this came out before Psylocke. So maybe, just maybe, Marvel maybe took some hints from that one. But yeah, he signed these. Like I have like literally like the showrunner Mark Summers, who runs Dallas Comic Show. He has a YouTube channel, and he literally had a short box of Ben Dunn work. And so since he was there, I bought like all this kind of early 90s works. I think this is like the first appearance of the Warrior Nun, which is like a Netflix original series right now. Mm-hmm. So I got the artist signature for that. This is like a promo, Ninja High School promo. So he's just like a really indie American manga kind of independent artist, but got a whole bunch of his stuff signed, and then got my first artist commission piece done.
Yeah, that's badass.
I saw that on Insta. Yeah, it was nice.
So yeah, I asked him to do his version of Doctor Doom from the Marvel manga verse, which he created in like the year 2000 or 2002 with Marvel. So he brought a bunch of Marvel characters in the form of manga in the comics. So Doctor Doom in that series was actually T'Challa, which was T'Challa's sister. So this is actually Black Panther's sister under this armor, not Victor Von Doom.
You can tell from the shoulder pads. She's
Yeah.
a mature girl.
Those are straight up from the 80s too. Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
everyone just run around? All the female in the mangaverse run around topless like that?
Like this.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sure it's comfortable.
This one's pretty nice too. So this is like his own fanzine. He made his own like zines. You know how like Shonen Jump will have like all those like, you know, Japanese and like anime stuff. So he made his own with Antarctic Press. He's the head like editor in chief at Antarctic Press. He was like, yeah, stop by the office whenever, man. Just like hit me up. Tell me when you're gonna come by. I'll show you around the office. So really cool, down to earth guy. Really easy to talk to. Just a real cool guy. Still making comics, independent comics.
You know, Vince, that's a possibility. I'm out of town. I should be coming back Sunday sometime before 2. So, all right. So we're about a minute and a minute 10. Yeah, we've been talking for a minute. About an hour and 10. I want to thank everybody for coming, hanging out. We're going to cut it short now. Let's go around the horn and let's see what's going on with the people. We'll start with you, Mr. Handsome Jim.
I just dropped a video. Go watch it. It's with where'd it go? C-List E-Man. And it shows my winnings that I got and the ones that the White Shadow gave me because he didn't want them. So, and going forward, I will be, when I do a video, I'm always going to be because I don't have a lot of shirts other than Nick's Kicks and Comics. I'll be wearing a sticker of the person that I am going to shout out.
Nice.
If I have
Jim,
your sticker.
with the forethought. Nice. All right. How about you, Mr. Who's Got Issues?
I know you. That guy's great. Tomorrow, Sidekicks Hot Comics, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Slotted Up and I will be discussing Spider-Man movie. At least the first half will be spoiler-free. We'll try to see how far we'll go. I don't know. But so there's that. And then I'll have a video that'll drop probably on Thursday. My Thursday video will probably be my unboxing of the AOK from Hoarder's Hide. And that's really about it because there's no Slab Hub this week. Christmas Day and all.
God damn it. Goddamn Christmas.
Son of Slab Hub?
There might be. I do have a video recorded that I haven't scheduled yet. It could be another Son of Slab Hub.
Because I don't know what I'm going to do on Christmas Day if you don't post a goddamn Slab Hub.
Okay, you got it. I'll put a Son of Slab Hub.
That's all we wanted for Christmas, Rob.
Because in
Very
all
clearly.
sincerity, I do have to work, and while I work, I run videos. So that would be very helpful for my.
You could always just put a playlist on and just let it run.
That's what I do, but I don't like to watch reruns.
Oh, I'm
right.
sorry.
All right. Well, speaking of running content, can we expect anything from this guy on the pipe?
Well, yeah, you mentioned Jay Lee, so this is gonna be my next post. I'm gonna post tonight. It's a 4-issue series, but Doom's on 3 of the covers. So Jay Lee, 1992, Namor Submariner, Volume 1. It's got some really intense panel work and splash art, like some stuff that's been always kind of passed around in the Doom circles, but Jay Lee really kills it on this John Byrne writing. So it's basically like an old school comic, but in early 90s. So just a lot of action, a lot of punching. It's really fun. So I actually bought my first slab this week. So this is my first and only slab that I've ever bought.
Watch out, you're 1/25th the way there to be on Slab Hub.
So so this is a 1 of 50. This is 45 out of 50. So this is a metal cover. and it's homage to Fantastic Four #5, which is Doctor Doom's first appearance. So
You should crack it and tap on it. Those are so fun to tap on.
this is literally, what I'm kind of wanting to do since it is a metal cover. I don't know. Eventually, one day I'll probably crack it. But yeah, it's Dewey Poo #1, 2017. This was the only one on eBay. The dude happens to live literally an hour from me, so I literally drove over there and got the price knocked
It's
down
very
in
shiny.
half. Yeah, it's really dope. Whenever you see it in the when the sun's shining through the windows, this thing like Human Torch or the Tigger's torch is like glows gold. It's pretty sick, man. So this is literally, obviously, Fantastic Five is a Grail book and worth tens of thousands, $5s of thousands of dollars, but this is literally like thousands of times more rare just because of its limitedness, obviously. So this is some sort of an instant grill that I somehow achieved to find on eBay and now own. So
Nice.
happy to have it.
Congratulations.
It was Scorpion Comics, counterpoints to publisher, but yeah, Scorpion Comics exclusive. So
See this? I can put
Nice.
my camera
Nice.
right
yeah, just Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram, Free Energy
there.
Comics.
In just a minute.
And we'll end up with some cuteness while he's digging in his nose.
Hey, say hey to everybody.
What's up, Mr. Finn? What's Daddy got going on his YouTube channel?
He's talking to you. He can't see you. It's throwing him off. There's everybody. There's Nick, Jim, there's Rob, and there's Free Dune. Yeah, that's him.
Doom.
All right,
What
so
are you doing
Mark,
tomorrow?
We doing a hangout on Friday, Mark?
I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off because I'm unfortunately going to have to work, man. But I will be going live Sunday night, obviously. I'm going to try to get today's Monday, tomorrow's hell. So I'm going to try to get a comic close-up episode finished tonight. I've worked on it a lot the past couple of days.
yeah,
So I have that posted Wednesday.
that's been an awesome run.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it going, man. Try to keep it going, and it's really cool because it's kind of prompting me to send books off to get graded. Because the whole shtick to it is like flipping through books that people don't want to open. You know what I mean? Like I did it on Tomb of Dracula 10, New Mutants 98, and stuff like that. And people don't want to touch books and open them. So that's the whole shtick to it. So I gotta film myself doing it so I can send it off to be graded because I can't do it after that. So it's kind of fun.
All right. Well, it's just kind of sad that we're going to be breaking the string of 5,000 consecutive Fridays we were online, but it is Christmas Eve.
Well, they had to break it for Thanksgiving week too.
Paganistic.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to thank my panelists for hanging out. Appreciate you guys coming on and sharing some time with me. Everybody in the chat, we know we love you guys. We appreciate you guys coming out too. If we don't see you before Friday, happy holidays. Happiest of holidays to you and your families. And we'll talk soon. We'll throw up the peace sign.
Thank you.
And we'll say, see you later.
See you later.